Hey guys, Courtney Stotts here, and I just want to do a really quick video on how to make a crawfish trap. What you need for this is a can or bottle, whatever you want to use, bamboo, that would work. Any kind of tube, hollow, tubular thing would work. And you need some kind of spikes. You could get some and some twigs and sharpen them up, or I actually got some thorns from a orange tree actually, and so those will work pretty good, I'm hoping, and whatever will work for that. And you need your knife, of course. I guess I'll go ahead and get started. First thing you're going to do is cut the top of your can off. Well, it doesn't have to be perfect, thank God, but so you just cut off the top of your can. Be careful doing that, but it's somewhat easy as long as you have a sharp knife. But anyways, next thing you're wanting to do is however, I guess it depends on how big you want to catch the crawfish, how big you want them, but there's probably more smaller crawfish than bigger crawfish, so I'd suggest making the hole a bit smaller for the smaller crawfish. So what you're wanting to do is however many sticks you have, you want to make like a cage around it with a sort of hole in the middle. And I'll go ahead and do that, then show y'all the aftermath in a second. So I got those holes in there. You're probably gonna, you want these, you want to just push them in there. Hang on one sec, guys. I need that a little bit bigger. You want them slanted at an angle towards the bottom. That'll help ensure that they won't escape. Okay guys, so I got the spikes in there. I'll give y'all a close-up in a second. It's pretty easy to do. You just, like I said, make sure they're slanted towards the bottom of the can, and then you should be good for that step. Pretty easy. Be right back and I'll give y'all a close-up. Here's what the spike should look like. Just make sure there's a hole in the middle. This ensures that they'll be able to go in there, but they can't come out, or at least they'll have a difficulty coming out. A fish trap is the same way, except just a bit bigger. Usually if it's the right size, the fish will swim in, but they won't swim back out because the spikes, it intimidates them or something like that. But anyways, that is what the inside of this should look like, and I guess I will get right back to y'all with the next step. Okay guys, next thing y'all are going to want to do is you have to make sure that the water has a way to circulate in there. I know there's a big hole in the front, but be a lot easier and just easier for it to circulate if there's holes in the back also. So pretty much just jab holes on the back, pretty easy. You can even cut the back off and do the same thing to the back as you did for the front. Have like a two-way entrance thingy going on there. But I'm just going to poke a few holes in the back really quick. Pretty easy to do. Like I said, this will just help the water circulation. And here's what the back of your trap should look like when you're done. Finally, the last step that you're going to want to do is poke 2 holes on the top and bottom of the trap. This is for like to put a stick through it. About, I'd probably say 1 foot at the bottom should be sticking out. And however deep the water is, about 1 foot above the water. That way you can put a flag, stick a flag to the top of it, or something to catch your attention to tell you where your trap is. So I'll do that real quick. Can be I suggest doing this either at the middle or the back. If your trap has the entrance on both sides, then do it in the middle. And if at one side, more towards the back. That way the crawfish will not have to only go halfway in there before getting its bait and what it wants. So pretty easy to do. Just jab a stick in there, maybe even tie it off to the bank. Tie the stick off to the bank. That'll ensure that it won't float down the river or anything, and you'll still have your trap. Anyways, I hope y'all learned a few things and I hope y'all enjoyed my video. Hope I taught this technique well enough for y'all to get down easy. And it's a pretty simple thing to do. Another thing, when you're putting it in the water, after you bait it, I would suggest putting it in like a calm area, maybe even under a log or something, just where your crawfish might be. They're generally not in the rough, rapid moving areas, so just a calm, quiet area where you would usually find crawfish at. But, well guys, I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope I taught y'all a few things, and please subscribe. Thanks for watching.